What's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna talk about two vlogging setups that I use and that you can use to get really awesome vlog style videos for your YouTube channel. So later here on my channel, I'll probably do another video where I walk through more in depth about each of the different pieces of camera gear that I have, I guess, in my bag and talk through those different pieces. But in this video, I want to specifically talk about two setups that I use and that you can use depending on what type of budget you have for your vlogs, for your YouTube channel. These are two really good setups. In my opinion, one of the best setups that you can find out there right now for filming videos for your YouTube channel. So first of all, I use the Sony a6400 camera. Okay, this camera is a mirrorless camera, which is why it's a lot smaller than like a standard DSLR camera. And there's a couple features that I really like about this camera, which is the main reason why I got it over like a Panasonic or a Canon, some other popular vlogging cameras. The reason that I went with the Sony a6400 is, first of all, it shoots in 4K. So it shoots really good quality 4K video. I film in 4K, and then I downsample my videos to 1080p when I'm editing and rendering in Adobe Premiere. And I can show you how I do that in another video. But it gets really awesome video quality. Some other little vlogging features that are really cool about this camera is on the back of this camera, you have the flip screen, okay? There's a lot of other cameras that will flip out sideways, or maybe it will just tilt up, but it won't flip all the way up. This camera has a screen that will flip all the way up, and so you get full selfie mode, so you can see yourself really easily when you're doing your videos. This is the lens that I got with the Sony a6400. It's the kit lens. It's a 3.5 to 5.6, 16 to 50 millimeter. It's a very versatile lens. What I recommend for anyone who's doing vlogging videos, if you're using a camera like this that has a crop sensor, meaning it's not a full frame camera, crop sensors are gonna save you a lot of money. You're not really losing a lot of quality. You're basically just using a different crop of the frame. I mean, it still films in 4K, it's still great quality video. It just crops down. So the sizing's a little bit different with the lenses. So when I say that, if you're vlogging, if you're doing any sort of like selfie vlogging for a YouTube channel, you're probably gonna want a 16 millimeter lens if you're using a crop sensor. Okay, anything higher than that, you're not gonna be able to get yourself in the full frame when you're holding it like this. Okay, so look for a lens that's 16 millimeters. This kit lens that comes with the camera is 16 to 50 millimeters. So that gives you a good range to be able to do some selfie videos, but also turn the camera around and get some other type of video that way. Now, this lens is a Sony lens, so it does have image stabilization. The camera body does not have built-in stabilization. But this lens does have OSS, which does help a little bit with camera shake. So you do need to make sure that you are holding it very still. So now let's talk about some of the other accessories here with this setup. So I am using the Joby or Joby Gorilla Pod, whatever you want to call it. And this is a really cool tool. I mean, you can bend the legs and like wrap it around stuff to hold the camera in interesting places, or just use it as a tabletop tripod. Or you'll see frequently you can bend it and like make like a little handle and hold it like a handle. You'll see a lot of people, you know, at conventions and stuff vlogging like this with the Joby. Very popular, very easy to use that way. And then for my mic on this setup, I'm just using the Rode Video Mic Mini. It's very lightweight. It does a good job. It was only like 30 or 40 bucks. But you'll notice something that I do here. I use a little adapter here on the bottom so that I can put my mic on the side. Because if not, it would go right here on the hot shoe here at the top of your camera, but it would block your screen. So if you're doing any type of selfie video, you can't really see yourself and make sure you're in frame. So that's why I use this little adapter. It just goes right onto the bottom, and I move my microphone off to the side. So I got everything right there. It's not in the way. I can still see myself on the screen, and everything is ready to go. Once again, guys, this is a really good vlogging setup for anyone who's getting started with a YouTube channel. This is a great priced camera. In my opinion, the best value camera for vlogging YouTube videos that you can buy for the price. You got the nice kit lens. You got a nice, good microphone, low cost, a great versatile tripod, vlogging stick. This is a really great setup. Now I'm gonna show you the setup that I like to use a little bit more frequently. It's a little more high-tech, a little more advanced, but it is really, really awesome. You can do some really cool things with it. So let me get that set up for you and I'll show you the features. So this is one of my preferred vlogging setups. Now it does look super high-techy. It's a little more advanced, but you can do so many more really cool things with this setup. So I'm still using my Sony a6400, but I've got on a different lens here. I've got on a Sigma 16mm prime lens. So that means it only stays at 16mm. It doesn't change. You can't zoom in, you can't zoom out. But the good thing about it is that the f-stop goes all the way down to like 1.4, which means it gets that really wide aperture. You can get those really cool where you're in focus but blurry behind you. It's really awesome in low light situations. And I've found that 16mm works for a variety of things. It works really good for like selfie mode videos, but then I can turn the camera around and shoot all around me and get some really, really good shots that way. So honestly, I shoot almost all my videos exclusively with this 16mm lens, and this is just a really awesome high quality lens. Now I'm using the Moza AirCross gimbal. This is a lower cost gimbal. You're not gonna spend, $900 on this gimbal. It's made for lightweight cameras. So it's made for cameras weighing less than 4 pounds. And so with this setup, with my Sony a6400 mirrorless camera, with all this stuff, it weighs less than 4 pounds. It's a lot lighter than a DSLR, so I'm able to use it with this gimbal. The benefit to that is that this whole setup isn't super, super heavy. So I can use it like a vlogging style setup. So I can hold it with one hand and easily, walk around and get some selfie mode videos using this. If I was using a bigger gimbal or a bigger camera, DSLR, my arm would like shake. It would get so tired trying to hold it like this. But with this setup, it's manageable for me to walk around and get some shots like this if I need to. Now, obviously, if I was standing like this for hours, probably I would get really tired. But if I'm just shooting, a couple minutes at a time, this is very, very doable. It also has this really nice little tripod stand, so I can set it on a table and use it, as a tabletop tripod. Some other features of this setup is that I'm going with the wireless lapel mic. Now, a reason I like that, here's the wireless transmitter, and then you got the receiver, that you plug the lapel mic and put it in your pocket or clip it to your waist or whatever. The reason I like the lapel mic over, the Rode, oh, just lost my fur ball, over the Rode Video Mic Mini, is that it's getting my voice really clearly, but if the camera's faced away from me, it's still getting my voice if need to. Because the problem with using, like a mic like this is if I'm pointing the camera away from me, the mic is not really picking up my voice. It's only picking up my voice when I'm in selfie mode and it's facing towards me. Whereas if I'm using a lapel mic, I can shoot that way, I can film over there, I can film me, I can have the cameraman far away from me, and it's still getting my voice clearly throughout the entire video. So that is one real benefit of using a lapel mic. And with a wireless lapel mic that hooks right up to your camera, you don't have to worry about syncing anything. It just goes right into your final video. Everything is ready to go. So like I said, this setup is a little bit more expensive. This lens is a little bit more extra. The wireless lapel mics were like 60 bucks, so a little bit more than the Rode mic. And then you can get the Moza AirCross. I'll throw links to current prices on all that, but it's a fraction of the cost of the other gimbals out there. So this is a really super killer vlogging setup. I mean, you'll look like a total beast vlogging out there with this type of setup if you're going to, your conventions and other things. That's it, guys. These are my 2 preferred vlogging setups. I think they're 2 of the best vlogging setups you can get for YouTube right now for a very, very affordable price. And for the features, I just personally think that you can't beat it. This setup right here is just a total beast with the 16mm Sony a6400, the Moza AirCross gimbal, a wireless lav mic. I mean, you can do so much with this setup. Don't have to worry about camera shake. You can film all sorts of cool shots and angles. Yeah, it's just a really fun setup to use this one right here. So So like I said, I'll put some links to those two different setups so you can kind of compare the prices of the two setups, see which one works for you. But like I said, this is a really killer setup. You can't go wrong with the other one. Either option is gonna get you some really, really awesome vlog style YouTube videos. All right guys, if you have any questions for me, leave a comment below this video. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about these setups, about the camera, about these different tools. If there's any other types of videos that you'd like to see with this kind of gear, let me know and I'd be happy to make a video for you. Once again, I'm Andy, you're watching Learn How. We'll see you in the next video.